What's happening, brothers worldwide? Welcome to another episode of Nate's Chopping Convo. This is Nate. This is the only podcast we're building the man. It's the business. We're here at Thousand Hills.
Yeah, Land of a Thousand Hills.
At Land of a Thousand Hills Coffee Shop. I just had some delicious coffee. And David's going to tell us about the establishment, when it was established, what it's like working here, how they brew their coffees, different flavors, the history of everything. So here we go.
Yeah, so Land of a Thousand Hills, I can't actually remember the exact year we opened, but we have a couple of shops in Atlanta, and all of our beans are sourced from Rwanda. We get them all from the same farm, so all of the flavor profiles from the beans are pretty similar, which is nice. Our roastery is in Alpharetta, Georgia, and working here is pretty great. We have one manager for 5 locations in Atlanta. So we kind of just run the shop like we're our own managers. It's really, really fun time, and we ethically source our coffee and do fair trade. So it's nice to know that when I'm selling coffee, I'm not underhanding the guys who sold it to us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as far as the establishment, the atmosphere, what is like with the people in the city of Atlanta?
Yeah, it's nice. We get a lot of international business people that come in. I mean, this is a technology company building. Honeywell has a wide variety of employees. Those are our main clientele, and every once in a while we get people with suitcases coming from the airport, get to talk to them, really fun. A lot of film people come in with everything shooting here in Atlanta. They'll come in, grab a coffee. Yeah, it's a whole mix of people, but all of them are completely different, which makes it fun because you never really get the same customer twice. But yeah.
I knew I recognized that Honeywell. I said, I recognize that.
Yeah. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, long time. So, a Land of a Thousand Hills. Did they ever say how they come up with their name? Because it stands out.
So yeah, the valley the farm where we get all of our beans from is called Valley or Land of a Thousand Hills, and so that's where it's like a really mountainous range in Rwanda, and so that's where the name came from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is this corporate or is it franchise?
I think it's corporate. It's privately owned for sure, and we have about 6 locations, and we're opening up a 7th one. But yeah, it's privately in the city. Yeah.
Wow. Because when I pulled up on my phone, I saw all types of locations came up.
There's a couple. There's actually 2 on Peachtree Street. This is the 2nd one that we have.
Okay, that's why it came up on the same street. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Now, okay, so the Rwanda things, I'm playing the trip to Africa.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. The bean process, do they do a process before they ship it over here?
Yeah, I'm not sure what their process is. I'm really only familiar with our roasting process here, but I mean, as far as all the growing goes, they've been doing it for generations. The owners went to Rwanda, found the farm, and then started doing trade with them, and so they've got it down to a science. It's like a generational thing. The whole entire family lives on the farm. Yeah, so it's really cool. It's a really cool process, but I'm not too familiar. I haven't been there myself. That'd be a bucket list item for sure, but I'm not too familiar with their growing and processing process. So.
Do you drink this coffee?
I do, yes. My favorite bean that we have is the Rwandan peaberry. It's a light roast, which turns a lot of people away initially because they think it's just going to taste like water and not have a lot of flavor. But it's one of the most flavorful light roasts that I've ever tried. And I normally like dark roasts because I like the flavor of the coffee, but there's no shortage of flavor in it, and it doesn't sit too heavy with you, which is nice. But yeah, I love our coffee. That's why I work here. If I didn't like our coffee, I wouldn't be working here.
Okay, how long have you been working here?
Just over a year now. Yeah.
I like this area too.
Yeah, it's a shame it's raining. It's a nice place to sit out here. We normally have like cushions and stuff on the outside furniture, but yeah.
Because I saw the international people in there. I saw different people in there doing business and stuff like that. So this is a good location.
Mm-hmm.
And if I across from the sandwich shop too.
Mm-hmm. And there's a little grocery store right there. There's a really nice
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a Latino restaurant right there, and then the restaurant right next to us, Taste of Greece. I get something from there every single day. They have
See, I
really
love
good
Greece
food.
food. Now, I was stationed in Greece.
Oh yeah?
My first time having a gyro was in Greece.
Okay, nice.
So I've been trying to find that flavor.
Yeah, it's
But
hard to find.
it's
I went to
hard.
Greece this summer for a little bit, and
What
I was in Athens for about a day, but then I went to a refugee camp for a couple of days. It's like 45-minute drive outside of Athens, and then you have to take a boat to it.
Oh, okay, you was
Yeah.
in there, so I was
Yeah.
in Suda Bay.
Okay.
on Crete.
Nice. Yeah, Athens is great.
I went on a trip there too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so now the coffee, the roasting process.
Mhm.
I don't know if you explained it before, but what exactly is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they don't tell us about it just because we're not roasters. But I know all of it's roasted in, I believe I said Roswell. It's either that or Alpharetta on the perimeter of Atlanta.
You got a location in Roswell too. I saw that too.
But all of our beans are single origin. We roast everything here and keeps it fresh, and then they just ship it to all of the locations. It's a pretty straightforward, streamlined process. It's really nice.
Yeah, I will be back.
We'd love to have you.
I'm a coffee drinker though, so I don't go to any nigga shop. I go to
Yeah.
certain ones like Caribou Coffee is pretty
Yeah.
good. This is my first time having it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, so anything else you want to say to the people?
If you're ever in Midtown, come by Land of a Thousand Hills Coffee. It's above the Stone Summit and underneath the Honeywell building. We'd love to have you.
Okay. Now, are you from Atlanta or you from somewhere?
I grew up about 45 minutes north of the city, but I've lived in the city for about 2.5 years now.
Okay. You don't have that southern drawl. You sound like you're from somewhere else, so that's why.
Yeah, Atlanta's a very northern pocket of the South, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up with people with the southern drawl. It just never caught on and stuck for me, so.
Okay. Now I saw the macchiato.
Mhm.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah, it's good. All of our drinks we make traditional, so sometimes when people come in, they're like, I'd like a caramel macchiato. I have to explain to them that it's not like a Starbucks caramel macchiato, because the macchiato is going to be 2 ounces of espresso and then just a dollop of foam on top. So it's very strong on the coffee, and that little bit of foam kind of really cuts through the acidity of the espresso and helps it go down smoother. For people who don't really like the acidic taste of just drinking a straight espresso shot. Macchiatos I really do like, and then cortados is the same thing, but it's 2 ounces of espresso and then 2 ounces of milk, so even ratios. It helps the coffee go down smooth, but it also leaves you with more of the espresso flavor rather than getting a latte where it kind of gets drowned out by how much milk you put in it. Yeah, definitely. I'll make you a macchiato if you want.
Yeah, I had to try that. You have amaretto? The syrup?
No, we don't, unfortunately. Man, that's the
what's
one
bad.
thing we don't got.
That's hard to find. You know, Caribou Coffee, they
Yeah.
don't have either.
Mhm.
The amaretto, the syrup is...
It's tough to find. I haven't found many coffee shops with it in Atlanta. Every once in a while I'll run into one, but
Now, you can buy the creamer in the store, the
Mhm.
creamer, but I
Yeah,
don't
it's
do
not
that.
as good,
Yeah,
yeah.
the syrup is...
syrup's the best way to go, for sure.
Now, this is the Christian-based podcast, so do Thousand Otter, they use any biblical principles or anything, or any type of
Yeah.
religion?
I know that the whole entire point of the fair trade and the farming is it started as like a mission kind of thing. Actually, the way I found out about Land of a Thousand Hills was growing up in church. They had a little coffee stand in our church, and so that's kind of fun. That I had no idea I was ever going to work for them in college, but ended up happening. But they are very philanthropy focused, and I don't know if they're explicitly a Christian organization or if it's more just we are an organization that is Christian, but I don't know if they brand themselves as such. I do know, like, Our mission statement is on the wall over there, on the other side, and then we have a bunch of pictures of the locals that work on the farm and the area itself. But yeah, they do a lot of philanthropy and humanitarian work in that region. Yeah.
That's a good deal. 'Cause my company, Angelic Sweets,
Yeah.
it's a Tristan Baby. You can tell me the name.
Yeah.
So basically, what I want to do as it grows, I want to start helping churches,
Yeah.
all churches, black, white, to help the people.
Yeah.
Because I understand that you see homeless people out there.
Oh yeah.
Years ago, we used to help the people.
Mhm.
The companies would go and actually help them with food, jobs, business, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't really do that anymore. I want to bring that back.
Mhm.
That's why I like companies that deal with
Yeah.
to get you out of yourself. And
Oh,
we can
for
be
sure.
selfish as humans.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I asked.
Focusing on yourself is lost time. Life's way easier when you focus on other people, and then you're not in your head as much.
I gotta use that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
It's
true,
it's harder to live by than it is to say, but
That's pretty good.
yeah.
You do be in your own head. Me.
Yeah.
Me. Yes.
It's not a good place to be. It's very self-destructive to be in your own head.
Yeah. But this is it's nice and clean in there, everybody. You can tell me the address again?
Yeah, it's 715 Peachtree Street, Midtown, Atlanta.
This is some pretty good coffee. I'll say this coffee right here, to me, is better than Calvary Coffee. Calvary Coffee is now number 2 now.
Let's go.
Now it's number 2 now.
We like to hear that.
There's another one called Dancing Goat. Dancing Goat.
Dancing
is okay.
Goats is really good. I used to work at a shop that we use Dancing Goat beans. I have nothing bad to say about that coffee brand. They're so good. But I like ours more.
Yeah. So those pretty much the 3 that I usually go to.
Mhm.
Dancing Goat in Midtown.
Mm.
And then Calvary Coffee, that one is in Peachtree Street off the train.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
That's pretty good too. So David, thanks for the interview.
Yeah.
And you have anything you want to say to the people? Got anything going on, a business, anything you want to sign? Got to promote business too.
Yeah, I mean, just come on down to Land of a Thousand Hills, like I said before. And also, we do sell our beans. It's not just our coffee. So if you want to pick up a bag of espresso or any of our single origin roasts, you're more than welcome to come down. We'd love to have you.
There it is, viewers. Thanks again for tuning in. Share this video, but most importantly, receive the info and apply this info. And as always, 1, 2, peace.
Heck yeah.